Welcome to the Criminal Justice Topic Series. Today's topic is criminal and civil trials.
So what's the big difference? Well, in criminal trials, the crimes are committed against the state or society as a whole, which basically means that these crimes are against public laws that all law-abiding citizens are following. The punishment for criminal trials varies based upon the severity of the crime, but could range from a simple fine and community service to extended jail time or capital punishment. In a criminal case, the standard of proof is described as being expected to be beyond a reasonable doubt, or essentially, you have to convince the judge and the jury that there is no possible way it wasn't committed by the person being charged. These trials tend to be in front of a jury and a judge, and those involved are guaranteed a lawyer, which can be appointed if they can't afford one. Plus, that important Fourth Amendment must be abided by. The state cannot produce evidence without legal consent to search for it. In a civil trial, a lot of what I just said is not included. The state doesn't file the case, the wrong party does. So if you are going to sue somebody, you have to file the case, or if you're being sued, the person suing you has to file the case. Punishments only fines or injunctions, which you've already learned about, but it's a judicial order that stops or prevents something from happening. The standard of proof is a preponderance of evidence, which can be described as making the judge or jury believe that the perpetrator is at fault, and that's it. They don't have to have beyond a reasonable doubt. There are also no attorney rights. If you can't afford an attorney, you're going to represent yourself. And there's no such thing as illegal search and seizure. This is between two civilian parties. How the evidence is obtained is only the matter of a separate civil suit if one would need to be filed.
The most famous example of a criminal and a civil trial with one person is O.J. Simpson.
The O.J. Simpson case gained notoriety because it was about a retired famous football player as a suspect in the murder of his ex-wife and a man that was at her home. A very famous part of this case was when O.J. Simpson made a run for it on June 17th in 1994 in his best friend's white Ford Bronco. The chase ended peacefully, but it made many people decide right then if he was either guilty or being framed. This was during a turbulent time in LA right after the Rodney King incident, where an African-American male was beaten savagely by 4 police officers who were white, and none received jail time. We will spend more time talking about the case in detail, but the things I want to focus on are in the conclusions of each trial.
In both trials, clothing pieces were big parts of the case. In the criminal trial, the black gloves were very important.
One of these gloves was found at the scene of the crime, and another was found on OJ's property. They were a matching set, both used during the crime, and they were traced back to OJ using receipts from a credit card under his name. Unfortunately, during the trial, the prosecutors had OJ attempt to put them on, and the rest is history. They didn't fit or appeared to not fit, and that made them inconclusive as evidence.
And in the civil trial, our piece of clothing that was extremely important was the shoes.
At the crime scene, there was also a bloody footprint that matched a size 12 Bruno Magli shoe. They were never found at the scene or in OJ's home, so they could not be brought in for the criminal trial. But in the civil trial, a photo from a newspaper was admitted showing OJ wearing the same shoes to a Buffalo Bills game. This would be the reason he lost the civil suit. Hopefully this video gave you some clarity on how someone can be found guilty of causing someone's death, but not guilty of being the killer.
Here are our sources, and thanks for watching.